Have you ever been hired at that one job you always wanted to get? That job that you've been applying for forever, and they finally give you an opportunity and you ace that interview. And right when you get hired, you get an onboard packet and you go to the HR department and they teach you to what and what not to do at the department. And a well functioning company has rules and regulations to keep the company going so they don't go like bankrupt in a year. And it's very good to have rules and regulations for a company. So this morning, a training manual surfaced, and it's pretty much Antifa for dummies. It's this whole manual about how to track down ICE officers and prevent them from doing their job. Highly illegal, by the way. I wouldn't recommend anybody doing this. This manual is very crazy in itself. Like, if you look at it, it's deranged. It's really crazy, and it pretty much contradicts itself the whole entire way. I don't know who created this manual, probably some college dropout, but obviously the Antifa members that are in Minnesota and other areas of the country are following this handbook. So let's go ahead and take a look at this handbook. This man right here, Cam Higby, took the pleasure of recording a cloud drive that has all this information on there. I'm not sure if he can even get the cloud service, or maybe it got taken down. He had time to record it before it got taken down. I don't know what the story is, but somebody took the pleasure down here of screenshotting all of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. The table of contents right here, and it's saying all this stuff. Obviously, this in itself, if you're looking at this, you would think like you're putting your life on the line, right? Like if you take a look at this in a glance, it's like they're expecting you to put yourself in front of these ICE agents. It doesn't, like, just from looking at it from here, there's a lot more. But just looking from here, it seems like they want you to put yourself in harm's way. Even says on the bottom, first chemical first aid. So there's a possibility you're gonna get freaking chemicals in your eyes. It's wild. In an introduction, they say that you're not law enforcement. You are freaking recording. You're a prospector. You're recording the situation, which is funny because most of these videos that come out, they're trying to agitate the ICE officers. They never just stand there quietly and record. They always have to agitate the officers. And it's crazy because this is exactly what Tim Walz said. And like I said in the beginning, that this is highly illegal to do this stuff. They act like, when you read it, it seems like, oh, this is okay. It's not that bad. It is. It is really bad. So don't follow the advice of this, because it's going to get you arrested and possibly charged. So I wonder what the legal ramifications are for this, if the people are actually following this, and Tim Walz literally endorsed this. So patrolling and communicating. So it talks about when the ICE officers come through, how they should respond. And I noticed that they say abductors, so they're talking about the ICE officers here. It's crazy. They don't even acknowledge that they're law enforcement. They just acknowledge them as abductors. They're acting like these people, these ICE agents, are criminals, and they're not. They're just coming in to do their job and go. It talks about, dedicate yourself to an area to patrol. Do not respond if a lot of other people are responding. So they're pretty much, it's funny because the introduction says, don't act, we're not law enforcement, but they're acting like law enforcement right now. Like, but patrolling the streets. Who does that? Cops do that. They patrol. We're not cops though. We're just recording everything. But yeah, we're gonna patrol the streets, and if we see an ICE officer, we're gonna like pretty much harass them. So this page contradicts the introduction right off the bat. And this one's about mobile patrol. It talks about there's a Ready Now app you can download. So they actually have an app which should be investigated, but they have an app that you can communicate with each other about these ICE operations that are going on. And it's weird. It's like you're an Uber driver for recording ICE officers. Hit the top button. Stay in the now with communicating. Be hands free. Download the app. Document, even when you do it with your phone locked. There's any risk that they might grab the phone. So they want you to lock your phone when you interact with these ICE officers. It's funny. It says, do not bring pets, children, or vulnerable people. But with Renee Good, there was a dog in the back. And there are multiple people bringing their newborns to these protests. Abductors. They're just calling ICE agents abductors. They're making them like subhumans. They're making them like they're killers or something. It's crazy. That's how they get you. That's how they get these people into doing this. They dehumanize the police officers. And right here it talks about do not bring your children and pets with you. It's funny how it says it twice. And I really think that this is like something from a college student, you know, when you're in an English class and they say, hey, you know, make up a company and make a informational guidebook for this company. This is what this looks like. It's like some stuff is repetitive. Some of the language on here is like not, the grammar's not very good. Connectors, relays, patrol partners. Confirm you can see abductors in the car. So they're telling you to have a partner with you. But they say they're not cops though. If they're not cops, they have nothing to worry about, right? So it's just so funny how they were saying that they're not cops, but they're literally saying patrol the area, make sure you have a partner at all times. That's what cops do. Check the plate against your list of known plates or ask the plate checkers to check for you. New plate, snap a photo of the license plate, relay plate information to the plate checkers. So they're saying right here to take the picture of the ICE officer's license plate and submit it to their system. Why? Is that legal? Probably not. I don't think that's very legal if you're an independent person having a database of all the license plates you come across. That's illegal, right? Am I tripping? I don't think you can do that anywhere. But they're encouraging you to take license plates and share it in their database. What to bring? Essentials, a buddy or two, a fully charged phone or car chargers if you have it. Turn off biometrics and have an 8-digit PIN to unlock the phone. An external battery pack. Try to keep a full tank of gas. A whistle extra if you have them. Water, extra water as in bike style bottles for chemical irritant snacks. So they're telling you to have a water bottle with some chemicals in it to wash your eyes out. That's hilarious. Clothes and footwear for extended time in the outdoor weather and elements. Notepad, or a way of taking notes that works for you. Face covering for protection safety glasses. MN I guess that's the number you call if you see an ICE officer, which is highly illegal too. I don't even know why they even have numbers to see that you're reporting that you see an ICE officer. No drugs or weapons. Prescribed and OTC meds are okay, but make sure they are labeled containers to avoid issues. What? So it's funny. They're telling you to do illegal stuff, but they tell you not to bring drugs. I guarantee mostly all of them are on some sort of drug. They're freaking crazy. Install the Ready Now app. So pretty much the ICE Uber app, pretty much to freaking tell your buddies that there's an ICE officer nearby. What's the extra credit? Do you get paid more? I don't understand what that means. Protect sign banner. Binoculars, monoculars to look into cars to help verify that there are agents. Leaf blowers. This can make you a target for law enforcement when used, unless you are on your own property, but it is legal to have it in your vehicle. So they're saying a leaf blower, you're gonna be a target for law enforcement, but go ahead and do it anyway. So that's illegal. You can't just tell people to do something illegal. Yeah, bring a leaf blower. You might get shot, but just bring it anyway because you can legally own it in your car. Extra credit. Okay. A throwaway jacket, just in case of tear glass. Warm clothing, gloves, hats, and hand warmers. Face mask, bandana, face coverings, sunglasses or goggles. Water, cheap towels, phone chargers, wired earbuds, ear protection. So they are ready for action. Items things people are not to bring or consideration weapons, which that's out the window. What's the point of putting this on here? They're not going to listen to you. There are a bunch of criminals doing this. They're not going to follow this. Valuables, pets or children, alcohol. Maybe because if they ever get caught, they could be like, oh, we didn't tell them to do that, so we won't get in trouble, right? But yet you're telling them to bring leaf blowers, and you're telling them that they're going to be a target for law enforcement, but go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, this is a chart that they made, so we can understand this a lot better now. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Verified patrol daily chart. Patrol sees something suspicious. Information from a different chat or community. I guess you go down here if you get one of these. And then no ICE on scene, report to patrol chat. One ICE vehicle, report to patrol chat, ask for backup. And I guess you continue on to continue to continue monitoring, stay in contact with dispatch. So they got a dispatch now. I thought they weren't cops though. Do not activate RR until confirmed staging or abduction. So that's what happens if you see two of them. You issue a salute for staggering. And it's funny how they put pigs on there too. I just noticed that. Agents out of vehicle. Issue salute for abduction. So I guess if this happens, you go down here and deploy an RR. What's an RR? I have no idea. Report to patrol chat. So if this, I guess if this happens, you go down here, and then if this happens, you go down here. And obviously, whistle, honk, make noise. That's what they love doing. Film. That's what they love doing. So I guess this is like this is what you do if this happens. So this is like a little chart showing the escalation of what you do. It makes no sense though. So they have the chat emoji information. So that's funny. So they have little emojis that they text each other. And then here's some more emojis up here. I don't want to go through them. The risk levels of consideration. Risk levels green, yellow, red. This is about consent and clarity and your own risk of tolerance. Risk can be dramatic and the situation, these general guidelines. So I guess green, daylight patrols, reporting ICE activity, observing from a distance, park and monitor in the area, providing support to victim families, support business, educate the community. So this is the green, low risk. Go look at the yellow, minimum risk. Being followed. Communicating behind a suspected ICE vehicle. Patrolling areas with high ICE activity. So I guess green is pretty much nothing. You're just doing nothing. Yellow is like if you're following an ICE agent or you see that there might be ICE vehicles. And then red is confronting ICE tracking, chemical irritant incidences like getting pepper sprayed. Pretty simple. I mean, I guess the risk levels are pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Identifying abductors' vehicles. Look for some combination of these potential factors that make it more likely. This is pretty much saying if you see a vehicle and you go and inspect it, they have like a list of like what you should look out for when you're inspecting the vehicle pretty much. Which is freaking crazy because you're inspecting a law enforcement vehicle. ICE encounters. What do you do when you see these things? Request a plate check in the live call. Dispatch or plate checker will confirm. So pretty much immediately get their license plate. Commute behind at a safe distance. Do not try to interfere or block them, which is still illegal. You can't follow them. They are telling you to follow them, but don't get in their way. But most of the time they do. Like, that's the funny part. Most of the time these people do. Give updates on location as you change your course. So pretty much you have to just update your location so they know where you're at. So if something happens, you can send people over there. Get as much info when stopped by ICE agents. Where's the warrant? That's all they ask. Where's the warrant at? That's all they ask for. When they're out of the vehicles, honk, whistle, alert bystanders with LA Migra. It contradicts itself. It tells you to stay distance and try not to interfere. But when they're out of the vehicles, honk and whistle. But it contradicts who made this? If you are confronted by ICE, do not open your doors or windows. Calmly state, I am observing and recording. I am not interfering. You are interfering. You're recording and blowing whistles and telling people there's ICE around, but then when they come up, just hide and say, I'm just observing. I'm peacefully protesting. It's crazy. This whole thing is crazy. If threatened with arrest, ask if you are being detained. If not detained, you may leave. Do not argue. Document, which they do argue all the time. After a confrontation, take a break. so when you're done dealing with an ICE officer, you got pepper spray, maybe beaten up a little bit. Go take a break. Go take your 15. You're good. And then you got to get back out there and patrol because, time is money, I guess. Update your dispatch team. Let them know that you are safe. Get food and water. Use the bathroom. Ask dispatch to send a leak to nightly aftercare call to decompress. I couldn't even read right there, but they have their own medical center, guys. These people that get injured, there is medical centers that are standing by to help people heal. Like you don't even go to a hospital; you just go to a freaking tent, and they patch you up over there. And I thought this was interesting because it's crazy in itself that there's stuff out there that are leading people to go against law enforcement. This is something that you would find in the depths of the dark web, but it's out in public. Like I'm pretty sure if you dig around a little bit, you can find something like this. But so this guy exposed it. He kind of put out the manual exposing what they are doing. And it's funny because, like I said, they'll say something like, "Oh, we're not law enforcement," but yet they have patrol shifts, they have dispatchers, so that contradicts that immediately when you read it. And like I said, even in like the ice encounters, it contradicts itself within a couple of the steps. So it's like, don't interfere, but yet when they come out of the car, interfere. So like it contradicts itself right then and there. But these liberals are too dumb to even care about what it says. They just do what they want to do ultimately. So what do you guys think about this informational video about how these Antifa members work? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and like the video if you like it. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video.